we can change the world for the better. We will light up the nation, empowering, motivating, come prepared to learn, be prepared to succeed. Victoria University is a tower of academic excellence. Together we motivate and support. Lord God bless our Victoria. Victoria University is a tower of academic excellence. Together we motivate and support. Lord God bless our Victoria.
Thank you very much. Let's have a word of prayer and we commence.
Thank you very much. My name is Onesimus Kanyesije Munarakai. Almighty God, we want to thank you for yet another day of life. We thank you for placing us in the most important place that you prepared before us. It is the table that you gave us, at which we shall sit to serve your mighty name. We thank you for enabling us to go through all the hurdles of life, and for whatever we endured to the day you have prepared for us. We also thank you for preparing our hearts. Most importantly, we thank you for this mighty institution. And as we commit ourselves before you, stand in your mighty name today as the new students of our respective programs. We ask your mercy, blessings, and power to be upon us as we undertake such noble responsibilities of self-upgrade. And then help us to use whatever we shall achieve in the end to glorify your name. All that I pray and give thanks to the name of Jesus Christ our Lord.
Thank you very much. You may take your seats. As the part of the program, allow me to invite our Dean of Students, our mother, her office that nurtures and takes care of all the students of Victoria University. Madam Dean, you are most welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Salim. Good afternoon. I welcome you to Victoria University this afternoon as postgraduate students. It's so amazing. Some of us are still joining us, but I believe they'll find us on the way. Number one, thank you for choosing Victoria University to support your journey to continue to be better of whoever you are. I want to assure you that as a community, you have a holistic environment to support you. Please be alive, utilize the system. We have so many offices to support you. Postgraduate students, I know sometimes we are always online, but please ensure you reach out just beyond the postgraduate administrator, the faculty dean, get to know the faculty dean, get to know the bursar's office, to streamline, to support yourself, okay? But thank you so much for choosing Victoria University. We are ready to support you. I believe you have your visions, and let's work together to ensure we achieve that vision. I want to point out that the postgraduate classes, usually we fail to get someone to lead. We always look for a guild representative council from the postgraduate school. Why? We need an advocate to get feedback from you. Please give us the time, be alive, give us somebody to lead, to give us the feedback about how best can we be for the School of Postgraduate students, okay? So I encourage you to take up the leadership, participate, work with us, enjoy your stay at Victoria University, collaborate. Several people are going to address you as per the agenda. That is part of the policy. Get to understand our policies as Victoria University. Who are we? Now you're part of this community, right? So we welcome you this afternoon. Please feel at home. Those are my brief remarks. Thank you. I know you're coming from work, so sometimes when someone has been working, you need to be really, really clear on what you're talking about. So welcome to Victoria University. Let us take you through this orientation.
Thank you very much. Our mother, the Dean of Students, in case you have an inquiry or anything, kindly reach out to her in our office and it will be sorted. That is if the student representative cannot handle what you have. On schedule, I'd like to welcome our Deputy Vice Chancellor. You're most welcome. Let him come and address our postgraduate students, and he welcomes you to Victoria University. Thank you very much for having chosen Victoria University, and you may not be disappointed. It's the university for you. Thank you, DVC.
Right. Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you so much for choosing Victoria University. My name is Professor Augustine Ifeleboegu. I am your DVC for Academic Affairs. And we're going to walk this journey together. For postgraduate students, you are matured students, so we expect some level of advanced thinking and also professionalism. I believe the majority of you are already in the workplace, so you do understand the requirements, the ethics, the professionalism that is required, not just in the workplace, but also in a place of study. One thing with majority of our postgraduate programs, most of the lectures are usually online. We offer blended learning, meaning that classes can be physical here, while you can also join online. This is more important for you because for a lot of you, you're working, and we want you to be able to manage your schedule around your studies without disrupting your work pattern. So that's why we offer that flexibility that we normally offer. So on behalf of the management of the university, I just want to say once again, thank you for choosing Victoria University. Here at VU, we run a modular system, modular in the form of taking a module at a time, and within the system that we operate, we have 3 trimesters. A trimester will last for 3+ months, about 3.5 months, or just under 4 months, meaning that your study is quite continuous from the start of the trimester for the first 1 year. So master's program at VU is for 2 years, and the postgraduate diplomas are for 1 year. The first 1 year is the third component of your program. Now, there are a few programs where the National Council approved 18 months for the duration of your program. So check your admission letter. It should state clearly the duration of your program. So there is 1 year of coursework where you do the third component of your program. And then there's the second year where it's just research. You do just research. So that's how most of the postgraduate programs are structured, where you do 1 year of third component with coursework and the final year with a project. So within the third component and even within the project, it's a trimester system, and every trimester has a block. In that block, you do a single module. So it's one module at a time. When you start a module, at the end of that module, you write the exam, but in between, you do coursework. A majority of the programs that we have, you do about 80% coursework and 20% exam. There are a few that don't have exams at all. It's 100% coursework. A few modules, but some other modules have 80% coursework and 20% exam. What that means is that we are not placing too much emphasis on exams. A lot of the emphasis is on the coursework, the presentations that you have to make, the research you have to do. You are postgraduate students, so the expectation that we have for you, it's higher, where you'll be doing a lot of evaluating, creating, analyzing, synthesizing. At master's level, you shouldn't come here to try and understand things, no. Or remember things, no. So we expect you to do a lot of analysis. So we might throw at you a lot of information, a lot of data, but we expect you to synthesize those data. This is a master's program. Whether you're doing an MBA or an MSc or an MA, the level of critical thinking, it's expected to develop geometrically, and now you become a critical thinker in the field, whatever field you're studying. So that aids the expectation. So I hope we are prepared for that. Like I said, lectures in VU happen physically and online. Now, because we understand the demands of your work, a lot of the master's program have their lectures in the evenings and sometimes weekends. I think your admission letter will indicate when you study, but I don't think we have any master's program that runs during the day. It's either evenings or weekend to help you manage that around your work. And like I said, it's blended, meaning that I can attend classes physically here, or I can decide to join online. So that's how it runs. So wherever you are, you can study effectively. And like I said, we run in blocks. You're doing a module at a time. So we are not throwing too many things, 5 courses or subjects or 7 at the same time, and you're trying to cope with all of that. It's one at a time. You take the module, you study it for 4 to 5 weeks, you finish, you do the exam, and you move on to the next module. And before you know, you'll be done with it's typically 3 modules in a block, so 9 modules at the end of the year. And you'd have accumulated a minimum of 120 credits. And then you move on to your research. However, we tend to start with the research module to teach you how to do research properly, because a lot of your coursework is going to be heavy in research. It's research-based. You are now matured students. Don't expect the teacher to give you everything. The teacher is not really a lecturer. He's going to be a facilitator to guide you on what to do. We want you to do a lot of the thinking, and that is how you develop your critical thinking. So that's how the system runs here. So 3 trimesters, every trimester 3 blocks. Every block you're doing a single module. And that's how you go. It's up to you how fast you want to go, but you should be able to complete the 3rd component of your program within the first 3 trimesters. And then you move on to your project. I think there are some programs, like I said, that are 18 months, meaning that you might have a shorter time to do your project. And once you complete your project, you've done your Viva and you've passed, you move on, you can graduate with the next available graduation. So the quicker you get your modules out of the way, the better for you. So those are just brief of what to expect. There's a lot of available online resources. I think the library and other people, if they have not spoken to you yet, they will at some point. So all the resources you will need, you can access electronically. We don't do physical exams at VU. All exams are done online, so also is the coursework. So nobody writes anything anymore with hand. You will type your exam, you will type your coursework. Again, those are things you're going to get used to eventually. So like I said, the focus is on critical thinking. Exams are open book, meaning that you can carry the library along when you're writing your exams. We are not testing your ability to remember things. No, that's P7, P6 stuff. Here we are testing your ability to look at the scenario and be able to profile solutions, or look at the data and be able to make decisions based on the data. If you are studying investment analysis, we're teaching you, you look at the data and advise us whether this investment is worth doing or not doing. So it's more practice-based. So prepare your hearts and your mind for that. So that is just a small brief from me. Once again, we are happy that you've chosen Victoria University, and we are here to support you. You have a program administrator who is your first point of contact whenever you have any issue. I'm going to ask her, Agatha, can you come up? She is your program administrator. If you have any problems, she's seated at the postgraduate school, which is at the tail end of this building, but you need to get outside, go by the corner. The very last door on your right-hand side takes you up to the and that's where the postgraduate school is. So if you ever have any challenges, any problems, please get in touch with her. I think I'm just going to give her the phone to call out her number and her emails so that you can get hold of it. And IT, if you have it, can you give us that page that has the contact and the email? If you go to my presentation in the morning, it's on that presentation. Oh,
All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I take the opportunity to welcome you all to Victoria University. Like DVC already said, I'm Agatha Nyesiga. I'm going to be much in contact with you. My number is 076 799 6374. However, we have our WhatsApp group. I sent emails to everyone, but in case you didn't get our WhatsApp group link email, you will please reach to me. I give you a code, you scan it, and you join that WhatsApp group, depending on where you belong. Thank you very much.
Okay, if you look at the screen, so we have postgrad _ program admin at vu.ac.ug, and then that's the number, so please take note of that. She's your very first point of contact if you run into any problem. Maybe you're struggling to get on V-Class, which is our learning management system, or you're struggling to enroll on the module you're supposed to be doing, or there's a problem, you are in class and you can't see a lecturer, all of that, just give her a call or send her a message. Much more later, as you progress, you're going to get involved in research seminars and all of that. And also, eventually, you're going to do your research. And we have a research coordinator who takes responsibility for helping you prepare for your Viva and all of that. I'm going to call her out also to introduce herself. Judith, can you come and also give them your details?
Thank you, Professor. Good afternoon, members. Welcome to Victoria University. Judith Nansobia is my name, your research coordinator, graduate school. For anything about research, I'll talk about it later, and then you'll get to know more. My number is 0788 45 15 51. And my email is pgresearch, P for people, G for girl, research@vu.ac.ug. Thank you.
Okay, Judith, they said you're too fast. Repeat.
Oh, sorry. My email once again is P for people, G for girl, PG research at vu.sc.ug. My phone number is 0788 45 15 51. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Judith. So these resources are there for your support. So please make use of them. If you ever have any challenges during your study, please reach out to any of them and they will be able to support you. And if for any reason you're not satisfied, then go to your head of department or your faculty research coordinator, research program coordinator, or speak to your dean. And if they are still not able to solve your problem, then please come and look for me. My office at level 1 in this building. Look for the Deputy Vice Chancellor's office, and hopefully we'll be able to sort out or solve your problem. Thank you very much, and we look forward to working together. Sometimes I supervise some of the master students with their projects, so maybe I might be supervising a few of you later on as you develop your concept for research. This is a research program. Like I said, the third component of your MBA or your master's at VU carries 120 credits, while your research carries 180 credits. So you see that it weighs more than the third component. So welcome once again, and I wish you the very best and look forward to working with you.
Thank you very much, our DVC. I'd like to invite our mother. As you know, there are always these things we leave out, but we need them, okay? A small communication from our Dean of Students.
Thank you so much, Imran. We are requesting you to register yourselves to confirm attendance. We are going to go around, making sure you scan. If you can't, we shall support you. It's for quality assurance to audit and get to confirm our student has been activated in the system. So come around requesting you to register yourself, or we are running the scan directly. Please follow the directions. Ensure you register yourself. Thank you so much. I know you're already captured in the faculty groups, but this is for quality assurance purposes, registry. Thank you.
Thank you, our Dean of Students. Next on the agenda, let's invite the Office of the Academic Registrar as we are signing or as we are scanning the QR code there. You're most welcome, madam. Please, it's a reminder, it's a must for us to scan the QR code so that we are registered and we are put in the system. Thank you. You're most welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yes, please. You're most welcome to Victoria University. My name is Loina Sanga. I am the faculty registrar for the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences. I'm representing the academic registrar, Dr. Bill Nketo, who sits just at the side of Ginger Road, that side. He sends warm greetings and welcomes you all to Victoria University. Yeah, so Victoria University is a big campus. You're most welcome. So today, in our presentation from the Office of the Academic Registrar, the Office of the Academic Registrar is in charge of admission, and I believe all of us here, we have admissions. So today we're going to talk about admissions, intake sessions, faculties at Victoria University, the departments in those faculties, the programs. We're going to talk about examinations, how they are done or handled in Victoria University. I'm going to talk about as well the timetables, class attendance, and finally, the graduation, which we all look up to. For admissions, Victoria University, I believe all of us here, we've been admitted. Upon admission, all of us receive an admission letter. However, some of us receive provisional admission letters. So if you are in that category of the provisional admission letter, please understand that you must fulfill the required documents within 1 month. For students, international students, some of us have to equate our results. We have to get those equations before the end of 1 month. So please visit the Office of the Academic Registrar in regards to that. And then you will receive your final admission letter from the provisional admission letter. For intakes, like the DVCA has talked about, Victoria University, we run 3 intakes a year. However, some programs are special, so we shall, but however, I'll talk about the general part. We have the March intake, and then the July intake, in which we are admitted, and finally the October or November intake. So we run a trimester system. Unlike other universities which do once in a year, they run semester system. But in Victoria University, we run trimester system, 3 intakes. Then for sessions, postgraduate students, all of us, we study evening and weekend session. So when you look at your admission letter, please ensure that you read your admission letter and reread it, because it contains information behind it that is very crucial for your progression of your academic studies at Victoria University. However, we also have the day session. This is usually for our bachelor's, diploma, and certificate students. So reading your admission letter is very important for you to understand some of our academic policies on which you are admitted. So Victoria University has 4 faculties. We have the Faculty of Health Sciences, abbreviated as FHS. We have the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, that is FHSS. We have the Faculty of Business and Management, that is FBM, and the Faculty of Science and Technology, FST. Victoria University, currently, we have 97 programs. However, they go up to 101 programs because our certificate has 3 sections in it. So these programs are across masters. We have master's programs. We have postgraduate programs, bachelor's, diplomas, and the certificate I talked about, which is divided into 3. Yeah. I talked about us having a trimester system. I want us all to be attentive here. Like I said, and how the DVCA said, Victoria University runs a trimester system, that is the March, July, and October. Now, within that, for example, July trimester on which we are, we have what we run a modular system. In that modular system, we have what we call blocks. The DVCA talked about us studying one module, we do the exam, and we put it away. Now, we do that one module in 1 month. Now, to us, we don't call that a math. We call it a block. So you do one module in a block. I repeat. I repeat one more time. You do one module or a subject in one block. You do the exam in that one block, which is a math, and then it's gone. Then we start another one. You do, that is now block 2. The other one was block 1. You do block 2. You pick the module which the program administrator is going to be giving you in your WhatsApp groups, okay? You select that module, you study, you do it, you finish the exam in that second math, that is now block 2, okay? You finish the exam, it is gone. Then you go to the third math, which is block 3, okay? You study, you do the exam, you finish it, and it is gone. That is block 3. So we have 3 blocks in a trimester. We shall get there, don't worry. Because of time. So Victoria University, and I believe most of us here have been captivated by our LMS system, that is the learner management system, whereby our learning is online, but we do hybrid. So we have a system, our LMS system called the V-class, which is virtual class. So one of our presenters here is going to help us go through that. Now, Victoria University, we've moved from the normal way of learning. Now we are focused on competence-based learning. Competence-based learning in brief, like the DVC has talked about it briefly, it's about learning by doing. You're learning the skill, the competencies in there, in all those modules I've talked about, of block 1, block 2, and block 3. So, we do courseworks as well within that 1 month of you doing your module. Coursework contributes 80% because we are focusing on the CBL, competence-based learning. We have to give the learner all the time there is to bring out the skills they have. So coursework contributes 80%. Exams contribute 20%, and that is totaled up to make 100%. So most of your focus should be where? Pardon? Yes, thank you. Most of your concentration should be on the coursework. I believe most of us here, we have responsibilities. But please ensure that you attend your classes and make sure that you reach that 80%. However, the exam also contributes the 20%. So you getting a lot and then leaving out the exam is not good. So you must make sure that you get above pass mark in all. As we are learning, we all get issues. And along the way, maybe we fail to fulfill the requirements of the module. So if you fail to reach the requirements of the module and you fail, that is called a retake. So retakes, we also have what we call receipt in Victoria University. For example, you are doing, like I said, we have responsibilities. You are doing maybe an exam, and then you fail to submit. Maybe you've gotten an emergency of one of your family members. We have families, okay? You fail to submit. So it's called a receipt. Now, when you get a retake and a receipt, your progression is kind of affected. So if it's affected, you must make sure that you fulfill all the requirements before the end of your program. Now, for some of us, like I said, we have issues. It could be financial, family. You can accumulate more than 2 retakes, 3 retakes. Now, if you accumulate 3 retakes, the system holds your progression. Then you wake up and say, you talk to Agatha that you cannot access your V class because you've not been studying, okay? So if you face such kind of a thing, you talk to Agatha, all us, we are available, the Office of the Academic Registrar, and we help you in regards to that. Then some of us here, we've studied before, somewhere we have our postgraduate diplomas, maybe even you've studied maybe from another institution, your masters. I'll talk about credit transfers and exemptions. Now, exemption is for someone who has studied somewhere and they want to transfer their credits to Victoria University. Our policy says the degree has to be in the period of 5 years. Now, If you have done a postgraduate diploma 5 years from now, you can talk to us, the Office of the Academic Registrar, and then we see on how we can exempt you of those modules. Some of us, for example, you've been in a university whereby you do physical classes, but you want to do hybrid with Victoria University, and your degree, your master's is ongoing. You can always talk to us, and we do credit transfers. And we have a percentage of 50 and 60 in regards to that. Then also, some of us can, if you have issues, you can talk to us in regards to maybe halting your study. You can request for dead year or dead trimester with the Office of the Academic Registrar. Oh, sorry. I'll talk about timetables. Agatha is the one in charge of distributing the timetable, but the Office of the Academic Registrar is in charge of making the VU timetable. Now, we make this timetable based on the curriculum that was submitted to National Council for Higher Education, the body that regulates higher education institutions in Uganda. Upon approval of all our curriculums, we make the timetable, and that is what we distribute through Agatha to you in your respective WhatsApp groups. Class attendance, which is going to be emphasized later, is supposed to be a minimum of 75%. Remember, we have a body that regulates the way we run our system in Uganda. That is National Council for Higher Education. So for you to sit for the exam that I talked about, you must have attended that module of that block, a minimum of 75%. Less than that, even if it's 74.5, 74.9, you will not sit for the final exam, and that will be a retake, and a retake incurs a fee. So upon the end of your studies at Victoria University, we always have an annual ceremony. That is the Victoria University graduation ceremony, usually at Speak Resort Munyonyo. While there, we graduate many students, the postgraduate students, bachelor's, diplomas, higher education certificate holders who qualified, who passed all their programs, all their modules well. And before that graduation, you're supposed to clear on your V-class system. And while there, students on that very day, we give them, the Office of the Academic Registrar distributes gives out their certificate in real time. So you come to the graduation day, you receive your academic transcript, and then you're good to go in the world of work. So that is it from me, from the Office of the Academic Registrar. In case you have any questions, 2-3 minutes. I believe all is well. Yes.
Good afternoon. I'm Bukenya Boniface. I have only one question. You have talked about exams, but you have not elaborated how we can do exam via online. How can we submit via online? That is my question.
Okay, thank you so much for that question and inquiry. Yes, it is true, exams are done on V-Class, our learner management system, the mighty V-Class. So exams last 6 hours, like the DVC said. During those 6 hours, you're supposed to write your exam. However, I would advise that, yes, we have responsibilities. You might be caught up, but leave an hour. Okay? You do the exam, it is 6 hours, but you do exam for 5 hours, submit to avoid issues. Now, I won't go into detail because there's someone who's going to teach you V-Class to show you on how you can do exam online. Yes, but that, in brief, that is it. Any other question?
Thank you very much. My name is Onesimus Kanyesije Munarakai. My question is something that you may not have talked about within your presentation, but I believe it's pertinent. Some of us are progressing directly from degree to masters. And there's a worry with VU that for the time I've studied at this university, I have not heard of anything like a special exam. And when I was joining, they told me, here we don't administer special exams. The flexibility we admire and the blended learning are the factors still pulling us. But I see lack of special exams as a pulling back factor. For example, a person like me who has missed some of my high-end duties trying to pursue education, and then those duties are still on. I've missed them for the past 3 years, and I'm supposed to miss them for the next 2 years. That looks quite uncharitable and would finally render me jobless. So in my humble appeal and opinion, it would be that you sit in those offices and look into the matter of administering an exam for as long as one is able to pay for it. And that would have made me the happiest person. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Victoria University is unique, okay? Like I said, when I was talking about examinations, I talked about competence-based learning, and the coursework contributes 80%. So exams, yes, but your skill, your competence is what makes Victoria University stand out from the rest of the university. Don't focus on the exam. We focus on the competence, okay? We focus on the skill. You're studying this module. Do you know that skill? Can you express yourself using the skills in the module? So we focus on the competence-based learning, not necessarily the special exam or assessments. Yes, but it is noted, please. Okay, thank you so much for listening, and you're most welcome to Victoria University.
Thank you very much, our academic registrar representative. A question? Oh, another question, madam. Someone is still inquiring something. She will answer. Let me bring to the microphone then your question.
Thank you. So my question is, do we get breaks within the, like after that trimester, do we get a break? And how long does it take?
Yes, thank you so much for that inquiry. Yes, we do get breaks, and breaks usually last 2 to 3 weeks. Because right now, as you can see, there are no students at campus. We are all beginning on Monday. So we are in the break. Yes, please.
Any other question before we proceed to the office of finance? Okay, one question.
I would like you to clarify more about change of course.
Oh, okay. Yes. Thank you so much for that. Very important question. Yes, you can change the program. However, there is a deadline for the change of the program, and that is 2 weeks. Why? Like I said, attendance, 75%. You might be this legit student, you go maybe study public health, but now you want to change to nutrition, okay? We can look into that and see, but usually you're losing hours which you would have studied in nutrition, now you study in public health. So that's why we put a deadline to that. However, you can always talk to us in regards to change of programs. We are available, the Office of the Academic Registrar. Yes, please.
Another question?
All right, thank you. I think I wanted to ask about the change of program as well, because I think what brought me physically here is because I tried with the person, but it couldn't work out. Isn't it possible for one to change here and then before maybe going back or leaving this auditorium? Isn't it possible for one to change the program right now?
It is possible for you to change right now, but we assess your change. We look at the qualifications. Do you qualify for this new program? Or you don't. So it's a process.
All right.
Yes. However, it's never long.
Okay. Then the last one about the evening classes and then weekend classes. Do you take both, or you take either evening or weekend programs?
It depends on the program on which you are and the timetable that is shared by her.
All right.
In case you have any inquiries, please always talk to the program administrator.
Thank you.
Okay, please.
I think we have been answered all our questions and are exhausted. Thank you very much. We applaud you. We can, would I say we can clap for her? Or yes, we can clap for her because she has answered all the questions that we had for her. Thank you very much. Allow me to welcome the Office of Finance, the Office of the Bursar, so that they can clarify on issues regarding money, where most of our questions may arise or always arise from. You're most welcome, sir. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, our postgraduate students. How are you doing? Yeah. You're most welcome to Victoria University. The way I see, I don't know whether some of you are scheduled to come for orientation tomorrow, but this is actually not your number. You're more than this. I'm just wondering why the rest of you are not here, right? Yeah, of course, we understand the fact that postgraduate students are most times committed, yeah, in other walks of life. But anyway, my name is Bernard Opini. I work in Bursar's office or finance office as accounts clerk, and I'm here to represent our office in financial matters, right? So right away, let's move on. In Bursar's office, we're about 9 people, and when it comes to responsibilities or roles, we are split into 2. The first category of us are in fees receivables. We basically oversee the money that is coming in, and then the other category is responsible for payables, okay? As you know, we have suppliers, people who provide services to the university, so the other team is responsible for processing their payments. However, my concentration is going to be on the side of receivables, because it is there that we normally interact with students as they come in to make their payments, as they make follow-up on their payments. So in finance, we have the following team. Vikrant Jha is the Bursar, though so many times students refer to me as the Bursar, but I'm not the Bursar. So the Bursar is Vikrant Jha. Sahul Hamid is the accounts manager. He is the person who is going to clear you at your point of graduation. And then we have Angela Nassasi. She is the chief accountant. And then we have Ivana Elizabeth. She's an accounts assistant. And then me, Julia Mani, Namte Bisara, Catherine, and then Catherine Najemba. So when you go to finance, the first 3 people, the first lady, me, and the third lady, these are people who are going to be handling your fees-related issues. Unless if there is anything beyond, that is when we shall refer you to the other colleagues. Are we together? All right. Now, in Bursar's office, basically, we handle finance-related issues. But in regards to our students, we do fees collection. That is in case if you went to the bank, you made some payment, and then you're supposed to bring the deposit slip to us. Because normally, if you go to the bank and you make a payment, it doesn't reflect automatically on your V class. I repeat, if you go to the bank, you make a direct deposit on our bank account, it will not reflect automatically on your V class. However, if you log into your V class and make a payment, okay, from your mobile money account, it is going to reflect instantly on your V class, and the same money is taken to our bank account. Are we together? So, in case if you need, we also issue receipts. However, most times we advise, and I quote VC very well. Yesterday he said he doesn't need papers here. He doesn't need books here. Yeah? However, in case you need receipts, you can come to our office. We shall issue them to you. We also issue invoices, and that is one reason why I'm here. And thank you for those of you who have labored to at least squeeze some time to come here. We have been having serious issues with our master students or postgraduate students because they don't understand how they're supposed to pay. And it's one reason. I wish this room was full of all postgraduate students, but I'm not going to hesitate to speak to the few of you who have labored to come here. So we shall be issuing invoices so that you are able to see how much you are supposed to pay for your entire course. Are we there? And then, yeah, basically, I would not wish to talk about those other things. In finance, if you are able to make either a full year tuition fees, we give you discount. Are we together? Mostly your courses are 1 year, 1 year and a half, and 2 years. Are we together? So for anyone who would love to pay for 1 full year or for 2 years, there is discount. For 1 year, we give you discount of 4% on tuition fees only. Are we together? If your tuition fees is 1,100,000, okay, that times 3, you get the 4% of that. So the result you get is the 4% discount of what you're supposed to pay. And then for 2 years, we give 8% discount. So for those of you who would like to get the discounts, you can come to finance office and we calculate for you. And then I hope you have been very attentive to Madam. She talked about the block system that we have, paying in trimesters. Yeah? At Victoria University, we have 3 intakes in a year. Are we together? And so we also have 3 trimesters, unlike the usual semester system. So Victoria University runs a block system called trimesters, whereby as you start, for those of you who are new, as you are going to start, even if your tuition fees is 2 million, we would not expect you to pay all that at once as you are going to do your first block examination. Are we together? Because in your first block, in a trimester, there are 3 blocks of examinations you're supposed to do. Say, for example, you are going to start on Monday. Are we there? And this trimester is going to run up to October. Are we together? So from this month up to the end of October, you are going to have 3 blocks. So the first block examination, we shall expect you to have paid at least 40% of your total fees payable. Are we together? And once that is done, when it comes to the second block, we shall expect you to add another 50%. Here, if assuming your 50% was 800,000, then in second block examinations, you add another 800,000 to make 80% in order to do the second block examination. And then for the third one, you complete the balance, which of course will be 20%. However, if you want to clear all the fees or more than what you should have actually paid, that is allowed. Are we there? Moving on. Still, Madam explained certain things related to retakes, missed papers, and what have you. Now, for me, I'm here to explain to you the repercussions. Now, I'm praying. I'm going to pray so much for all of you so that you don't get missed papers. Are we there? Because as other universities are charging 50,000, I would say, they are actually encouraging students to get those missed papers and making it easier for them to do it. At Victoria University, the charges are a little bit high. Why? It's because we do not encourage you to get missed papers. However, in the case of unavoidable circumstances, if it so happens, you will pay as it is required of you. That is one. Two, in case you missed to study in a trimester, yeah, either because you missed due to some unavoidable circumstances, or you applied for dead trimester or dead year, as he said, now you are going to pay as follows. If you are a national student, I mean a Ugandan, you are going to pay resumption fees of 100,000. That is after missing either a trimester or trimesters or years. You will resume with 100,000 or 32. That is only on one condition: if you had applied, if you had informed us officially that for such a period you are not going to be around. So when you come back, we shall charge you 100,000, which is an equivalent of $32. That is in case if you informed us. But if you did not officially inform the university and you simply absconded, then you will have to resume after paying 187,500, which is an equivalent of $60. I hope I'm speaking to both national and international students, with East African students inclusive, right? So that is it. Now, coming to retakes. For each paper that you're supposed to retake, you will have to pay 200,000 or $64. Now, for those who are either international or East African students, there is also an equivalent of these figures in shillings, as you will see on your V class. Then for receipts, you will pay 100,000. Again, it's 32. And what is here is simply the repetition or a combination of the two. Let's move forward. So now, at Victoria University, I remember all of you were issued admission letters. And our admission letters have got the bank accounts. Are we there? Yeah, you don't have to run around, make phone calls, asking people to give you bank accounts. Otherwise, someone might give you their own bank account, and you end up paying your fees to someone's bank account. However, your tuition fees can be banked with Absa Bank, or Stanbic, or GT Bank. GT Bank is simply Guarantee Trust Bank, though it has few locations, but I would encourage you to use any of the first two to make your tuition fees payments. That is in case you want to do so. And as I said, I'm not going to waste time. These details are there on your admission letters. You can always find them there. Okay. Now, on V-Class, as I said, V-Class is a system that is tested. It is a system that is legit. It is a system that is developed by the university. And on that note, there is no time a student has ever reported any loss of tuition fees because they have paid their tuition fees through V-Class. Are we together? So, I know, I was thinking the master students are parents. Several times some parents discourage their children, if I may call, from such systems. As a student, you tell your guardian or your parent that we have this system. If you do like this, if you pay through it, it can confirm the payment. But some of them prefer the bank. However, as I said, the system is tested. Even if you make a payment and it fails due to network issues, because there are times it fails, but still your money is deducted from your mobile money. When you get to us, when you come to us, we check on our end if the payment reflected, then we capture it manually. Are we together? However, there are times you might be having fees balance and you are at the point of starting your examination. Then the money comes. Even that can happen on a Sunday. Because at VU, examinations are normally done on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And yet on Sundays, we may not be here. So it is the only way you will save yourself by paying through V-Class, and the payment reflects instantly, and the system will what? Clear you. So I hope all of you have already logged into their V-Class. Are we there? So once you are logged into your V-Class, you go to financial statements. Are we there? And in your financial statement, you will see pay fees. You select that. It will take you to a part where you have to enter your mobile money number. And at that very point, this is what can happen. The money might be on someone's phone, right? So you don't have to put your number. You know, sometimes when students are on pressure, the money is on your father's line. You're busy putting your number. The system is trying to pick the money from your phone. It is not getting anything. It's failing. You're panicking, right? So if the money is on someone's line, you first inform the person that you're going to initiate so that they're able to see the prompt. And once you send, they will receive a prompt. They confirm with their mobile money PIN. And once they confirm, the system will update your fees balances. Now, the same happens to you. If you put your number also, you put the amount you want to pay, you will receive a prompt on your phone. You confirm with your mobile money PIN, and the system also automatically updates your balances. Are we together? Yeah. Now, as I'm going to conclude, I want you to understand two terms on your financial statement. Actually, three. Total fees payable, debit balance, and credit balance. Are we together? Now, the part for total fees payable will always reflect the total fees you are supposed to pay in that particular trimester. Are we there? And it might include the previous balances and any other fees that we shall decide to charge together with your tuition fees. Are we there? That is your total fees payable. Now, once you make payment, it will show as paid so far. Are we together? In paid so far, that is where all the total payments you have made will be accumulating. Are we together? And in the debit balance, that is where, in case you have not completed all the fees which you were supposed to pay, the balance that the university is still demanding from you will appear as debit balance, and it is in red. Are we together? Telling you that the university still demands you, right? I'm not going to assume that I'm speaking to master students and they know these things, right? Yeah, there are so many things I don't know. I'm still learning. And lastly, the credit balance. Now, in case if you pay more than what you should have actually paid, now the excess goes to your credit account, credit balance account. Are we there? So in case if the misfortune of missed papers happen to occur to you, you can request us to transfer your credit balance to clear missed papers. Or if you have a friend who is left with a balance of 200,000 and this person has nowhere to get the money and you want to help your friend, you can come, you write to us that please transfer this amount of money to my friend's account because he or she is going through this. Finance office is ready to do that. You can actually donate some fees to your friend. However, we are not responsible for what might happen after that in case your friend fails to pay back your money. Are we there? We are just third parties. But we are always ready to help or assist. Are we together? So once the intake is done and you're still left with the either fees balance that you did not finish, we carry it forward. If you are left with the excess fees, we still carry it forward, but we deduct it from what you're supposed to pay. So you will pay less by the amount that was carried forward. Are we together? Yeah. So these are our conduct details. For me, I would prefer WhatsApp because it is easier for me to respond to a student on WhatsApp than email, right? I'm just saying. But these are the emails. As I said, all these details are on your admission letter. They're even there on V-Class. Are we there? Yeah. So the first number is for the university bursar, Vikrant Jha. The second one is, the second one is the one I hold. It's an official line. You can send your queries and whichever help that you need to us. As I conclude, please let us know which issue to direct to which office. Are we there? You cannot call finance and ask, which module am I going to do next trimester? What will I tell you? So, bursar's office handles finance-related issues. If your issue is finance-related, you are most welcome to our office. If it is not, you may kindly seek help from the other offices. Are we there? Yes. So we operate from Monday to Friday. That is from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Please let us observe those office hours. Are we together? I don't want to see you getting disappointed at us for some reason. Then at the university premises, we don't allow cash, right? Do not come to VU and you entrust anybody with your cash. I'm not telling you that we are thieves, but it is a measure that has been put in place to secure your tuition fees. Are we together? Yes. Anyone can come in here and pretend to be a staff when they are not. So you will either go direct to the bank and deposit your fees or put it on your mobile money and pay through V-Class. So please do not entrust anyone with your cash. However, if you are fixed in a situation where you you can't pay in the bank and the V class, maybe due to network issues, has failed, you can call us and we find another way to assist you, right? So thank you so much. But before I go down, excuse me, can you come and assist me here? I want to show you something. I'm actually done, but I want to demonstrate something. Agatha, please, I would like to write something here. Now, as I said, some of your courses are 1 year. Those ones have no confusion. But those whose courses are 1.5 years and 2 years is where people have confusion. Our postgraduate students think when they are done with the normal studies and examinations in their first year, the second year, they are not supposed to pay for it. It is not like that. If your course is for 2 years, those are 6 trimesters, regardless of the activities that you are going to engage yourself in, you must pay for all the 6 trimesters. Because entirely at VU, second year is for research, right? I had the Deputy Vice Chancellor telling you about research, supervision here and that. Are we together? So, I want to be categorically clear and in a humble way that your research is supervised. Are we together? And those supervisors from January up to December are paid salary. I want you to understand that. They are paid what? Salary on a monthly basis. So, if you assume as a postgraduate student, you're not supposed to pay in your second year. So how is the university going to facilitate them? Are we together? Yeah. So I would rather expect the other colleagues to get disappointed at us, those who are about to complete, but not the new entrants. Agatha, where are you? Where? Here? Okay. So I'm used to the other one. I don't know. All right. Now, this is it. As I said, first year, first trimester, first year, second, first year, third. This is 1 year. Are we together? You are going to pay, let me take for example, MBA. They pay 1,480,000 as tuition, functional fees. This is because you already paid the 40,000 together with the entry fees. Are we together? Now here, 1.480 plus 40,000. Again, you may forgive me for this bad handwriting. Now, this is where the trouble starts coming. Master students, when they reach here, they are taken up by research. Others go to Fort Portal, Arua, and they are in their own business. Not until July, they wake up that, oh, graduation is there. Then they start asking what they're supposed to pay. Here you still have to pay 1.480 plus 700. Now this time plus 40. Whichever total you are going to get is okay. 2.2. 1,480,000 plus 40. And the last one, 2.3. 1,480,000 plus 40. Do not worry about all this. You can come to our office, we give you an invoice with all this. Right? Now here, for anyone whose course is 2 years, you know what you have to pay. Right? And as I also tell our master students, it is very simple. This is your tuition fees, 1.480. You're supposed to pay it how many times? The total, get it there. The 700 for functional fees for 2 years is also 2 times. The 40,000 LMS, 5 times. The first time you pay it with the entry fees. So you're left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whichever results you are going to get here, okay? You add it up, you can even be deducting it. Is that hard? So thank you so much for coming and for listening. I beg to stop here. I think there might be no questions. Is there any area that I have not touched? However, I will pick 3 hands. The rest should hit our WhatsApp or emails, if at all there are queries. Thank you so much.
Question? Okay. We have a question here.
Thank you once again. I just would love to know who are those considered to be the international students, the members of East African community, do they fall under that category?
Okay.
Yes, and the refugees as well.
Okay. Now, at Victoria University, our fee structure is split into 3, right? We have the national fee structure, which is entirely for Ugandan students, Ugandan nationals, and it is in shillings, Ugandan shillings. Then we have the second category that was created due to the refugee influx in Uganda. That is the East African fee structure. Yes, it is in dollars, but a standard rate was actually used to convert the shillings into dollars. Are we together? That is why it is not the same as the international fees. However, the East African fees structure is specifically for anyone who is living in Uganda as a refugee. It doesn't matter if you come from Nigeria, you are a refugee, Eritrea, South Africa, you can mention, or from US, but as long as you are a refugee, you qualify to be on the East African fee structure. However, we have the ordinary East African students, countries like Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi. Remember, we added Congo, South Sudan, and then Somalia. Are we together? So students from those countries automatically qualify under the East African fee structure. Are we there? So the international fee structure is for those who are not Ugandans and for those who are not East Africans and those who are not refugees. I hope I've answered your question.
Any other question? Anyone? I think you have explained everything in a way that they have all gotten it and no one has a question to ask. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, sir. A round of applause. Thank you. Since we are postgraduate students, we understand research is very crucial. So that takes us to our research coordinator for a presentation for something that academic registrar explained or the DVC was talking about, research takes over 180 credit units. So we need to know it in details. So Madam Judy, you are most welcome. Please come and take our students through the research. We should pay attention and not be victim of having failed finish research or in any way.
MC? Good afternoon once again. Thank you, MC. Welcome to Victoria University once again. Thank you for choosing to join our postgraduate programs. Judith Nansobia is my name, and I'm going to guide you through the research and why you are here till your graduation. My next slide. I think I've already said that. My office is here. We all know research is one of the most important components in our postgraduate program. Without research, I don't think we can graduate as a master's student. So my office is here to support you, guide you, and take you through your research until that final day of your viva. My next slide. I've already said, congrats on your admissions, because not everyone qualified for the postgraduate program, and now you're beginning your new journey that will shape your academic and professional future. We all know that pursuing a postgraduate degree is a great achievement. Not everyone achieves it, and not everyone gets to the postgraduate or wins to be a postgraduate student. So achievement, the knowledge and skill you are going to gain during this journey will help you grow professionally, improve your career opportunities, and enable you to contribute solutions and challenges to your places of work and society. So, my next. So what is research? I think we can all read this together. Research is a systematic process of inquiry aimed at discovering new knowledge, solving problems, and contributing to your field of your study. What do I mean here? Research is simply investigating a problem in an organized or systematic way or scientific way. It is not just collecting data. You go somewhere and collect data and then you want to present it. No, it is not like that. Or you get books and just put that data together and bring it to us. No, it is not like that. It involves identifying a problem, in resolving existing knowledge, collecting data, analyzing it, and making conclusions that add value to your professional or field of study. So, for example, how do we collect this data? Let me give an example of if a hospital is experiencing a long patient waiting time, and as a student of health science may conduct research to solve such a problem. So that the problem is the long waiting time. So now we are solving a problem. We are getting that problem. How do we manage to help these hospitals not make us wait longer? So why research matters? We have the core requirement for graduation. And here at Victoria University, research is compulsory. Everyone must do research. And without research, you will not still graduate. Without a successful completion and defending your research, you cannot graduate. Developing critical thinking. What do I mean by that? Okay, I think that is self-explanatory. Enhancing problem solving, you must solve a problem. Your research must be to completion of solving a problem, and also building academic professionals. It should be your work. You should have to own your work. So you must complete your research, demonstrate that it is your knowledge or you're knowledgeable about it in your field of work. Also increase your credibility among employees, colleagues, and academic opportunities. Your research project, no? Please go back up a bit. Build the academic professionals, yes, I've talked about that. Then we have, okay, let's continue to the next slide. Research at your degree. Your research project or thesis is a key component of your program. Without defending your work, without having a research project means you've done all the chapters, you've done all what is required. You've met your supervisors, you reached the level at which you're supposed to defend your work, and you've complied with everything as a research or in the research coordinator's office, then you're able to do a thesis, which we call a dissertation report. Then it also demonstrates your ability to apply knowledge independently, meaning if you've done research or you've searched a lot and you know what to do, the knowledge you have applied or you have acquired will help you be able to explain in the world today. So we have stages of research, meaning for you to start your research, you have to have a topic selection. How do you have a topic selection? You look at your area of interest. If you're an MBA student, you have something in MBA. If you're health science, you find something, maybe in a hospital, anywhere, be a health worker, where you feel your interest is. You'll have a topic out of that, and then you produce it to we give you a supervisor, you assign a supervisor, you share with the supervisor, and then you helped approve the topic. So here I say choose a research topic that interests you and address a real problem. Proposal development. After a topic, you've chosen your area of interest, draft a proposal. So when you draft a proposal, you also bring it, we call it a concept paper, and explain the problem, objectives, literature, review, methodology, and expected outcome. That is your proposal. And that is what we will ask for. The area of interest will be your topic. Your proposal development, you'll have the 3 chapters. That will consist of the problem statement, objective, literature review, methodology, and the outcome. So we'll have data collection after the 3 chapters. You'll be given a letter to go and collect data. How will you collect data? You'll go to the area of interest where your research is best, your case study, collect data from there, and then they will accept you. If you're not accepted, please come back to us, or you can change a case study, and then we help you out on that. So what do I mean by collecting data? That is, you get questionnaires, interviews, observations, experiment, and other approved methods. You can use documentation, anything on how you're going to collect data. And that comes from the proposal level. We have data analysis. What do I mean by data analysis? That's the data you've organized, the data you've collected, analyze it, and then produce a report out of it. That is the report writing. A report writing is the final, the black book. We have a dissertation, and then we have a dissertation is the final report, which is black in color. Then you'll have a blue, for in case we don't ask for soft copy, but we'll need a soft copy to avoid paperwork, since we are not into that anymore. So that my office is there to help you look at the color, look at the organization, and everything will be smooth for you. And then what else? Defense. Defense comes from all that. Whatever you've done from the topic, proposal, data collection, data analysis, report writing, then you defend what you have. Whatever you've collected, whatever you've analyzed, whatever you've done, please produce for us and stand in front of us and defend your work. I'll go to roles of a supervisor. Your supervisor can be you, yourself, me, and the coordinator, dean. So we have to be together. We have to be one in one. Like you have to pay attention to your supervisor, respect your supervisor, listen to your supervisor, and then that person will maintain regular communication, or you will maintain regular communication and be open to feedback. I've received so many students, they're saying the supervisor doesn't reply me. Why? Sometimes they are engaged. Don't run after them, or don't run before. Come to my office, and I will help you understand better. I will help you find that supervisor for you. And they are there to help you, guide you, not to give you negative attitude. Your responsibility as a student, be proactive, initiate. The supervisor is giving you a timeline, and you're also giving him a timeline. We know we are working. Please respect them. Go by their decision. He's your supervisor, he's your mentor, he's going to mentor, he's going to give you whatever you're looking for. If you don't respect your supervisor, just know things are not going to be the best for you. And I will still tell you 10 times, go back to your supervisor. You cry, you do what? I'll still tell you, go back to your supervisor. Maybe there's a problem with you. And if it's a problem with the supervisor, I'll come in still and get him down for you. Because that one is your mentor. Meet deadlines. I think that is self-explanatory. If a supervisor gives us 1 week, please don't take it in bad faith. If you can use 2 days, well and good. If you can use the week he has provided or he has given you, please comply. Let's follow guidelines. I don't think we shall waste time on that. Maintain academic integrity, meaning you have to own your work. It should be your work. Plagiarism, we have plagiarism detectors. We can still detect your work and see used. Okay, it's fine to use ChatGPT, but look through it. Read through it. Don't get it, download it, and give it to us the way it is. We shall still give you a less mark. Because we know you're supposed to use ChatGPT, but then you've given us everything. It has done it for you. That means you've not understood what? Your work. So, common challenges, delays in feedback. Sometimes there is delay in feedback from your lecturer. Sometimes the supervisor is not giving you quick feedback, my office is there. Please don't hesitate to run there. Maybe for you feel you're too fast, but just know with research you can never be too fast for it. You have to be patient, you have to read a lot, and then give him feedback, the correct feedback. We have the topic refinement, difficulties. If you feel your topic is a bit hard, your supervisor is able to write it or to explain it to you in the best way. Your first topic may be wrong. For you feel you've done a proposal, you've done everything, and you feel your topic is okay. The supervisor has a right to change it, and then you start afresh. So you complied with your supervisor, and everything will be on point. Time management. Most of us fail to graduate because of time management. We are working, we are parents, and we lag behind because we know we will find time again. Please make sure you manage your time very well as you work, so you can be able to finish your graduation. Stay precise and seek support early. Don't come at the end of the time. You're graduating in July and you feel you've not seen your supervisor for 4 months back, and then you want help. I may push you to the next graduation. Let's continue. Tips for success. Start early as 1.3. I know you'll be given a supervisor. 2.1. But when you enter 1.3, please, if you're not assigned a supervisor, please come to our office and you'll be assigned. So you can begin as early as now to start on your research, because you already know your area of interest. You know what you want to research about. So you can bring it on and then we can help. Stay organized. That one is okay. Communicate regularly. My office is open. Always communicate where you don't understand. Please come through. Receive based on feedback. Revise based on feedback. If supervisor has told you to change a problem statement and feel your supervisor has given you a lot of hard time, please, that means there's something not right. That's what we call research. Stay committed. Please stay committed. Don't quit. Let's be there. And then research ethics. Ensure honesty. Ensure it's your work. I've already talked about that. The originality and proper citation. You have to read other people's books and cite them correctly. Avoid plagiarism or at all costs. I've already talked about that. You can use ChatGPT, you can use all the AI tools, but own your work because you're going to defend it at the end of the time. So make sure it is your work. Research is not just my final thoughts. Research is not just a requirement. It's an opportunity to grow, innovate, and make an impact. So let's take that serious. Let's continue. 9 my motivation is here. We can read it together. Research may seem challenging, but it is achievable. Meaning, even those that graduated after us also did what? Pushed. Stay focused, stay committed, and believe in your ability to succeed. I want to see every one of us graduate. I wish you the best when you start your research journey I've already talked about 1.3, 2.1 cohort at Victoria University. And next. That is it. Thank you. Where correct questions, I am here. I'm going to take us through the class. I don't think I will take much of your time again, but since our classes begin at 5:30 always, I think we can stay longer. Let's not run, because this is the time our classes will always begin. They begin at 5:30 to 8:30. So let's stay calm. This is our most important part. All of the parts have been important, but this is our very, very most important part. So we are going to go through the system on how we shall study using our e-learning management system.
Any question? Okay. So we are going to relax a bit with something very small that we learned in the student leaders retreat, and you see why we need to be here in person. Your question.
Thank you very much. Just a request. I had something to do with the color, and I didn't capture that very well. If you could help me repeat it for me, and possibly the rationale. I have some serious concern, and I thought it would be captured in one of the challenges in research nowadays, because recently I've had a chance to look at some people's work, and you see the comments the lecturers are putting are so open-ended. You can even tell that it is not a human that has put those comments. Like somebody says, there is no problem in your statement of the problem, or in the problem statement. Or someone says, your work lacks something. This is, don't you think AI is also a problem when it comes to the way it is used? Because yes, we know that even lecturers have a lot to do, but I am coming to the point of worry that sometimes we could be judged unfairly when somebody is not able to go through our work. So I see like comments of AI these days becoming heartbreaking. Lastly, I was so much anticipating that you would take us through some of the recommended tools that we can use for research, especially what you have proven as of here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Someone wants to answer. She's so...
Thank you so much for the inquiry in regards to research. First of all, I'll begin with the last one. There are many AI tools that you can use to help us with research. For example, the referencing one. There is Mendeley. You don't need to type the reference. You can just download your document, upload it into Mendeley, and then you just what? You just put it automatically. It will come at the end note, okay, in your references. I'll talk about the AI comments that you've observed. Now, AI is just our assistant. It is not meant to take away your thinking capacity or capability. Like I said, in Victoria University, we are focusing on CBL, competence-based learning. So there is no way you can entirely let AI take over your human part of it, okay? So he's just your assistant. So in regards to the comments given in research, as a student, you're supposed to go meet your supervisor, understand what do you mean by this chapter? What do you mean in this comment that maybe my research gap is not clear? Usually, like she said, when you're beginning your research, you should have an idea, okay? So from the idea, it's where you develop your topic. So that is why it is important as a student and Victoria University, we emphasize competence-based learning, okay? You're going to see that you're the one who's going to develop your idea, and then it will come out as a topic. In that topic, you should have variables, okay? The independent and the dependent. Now, upon those, you realizing the variables, that's where you realize, oh, where is the gap, okay? You identify the variables, now you're looking at the gap, the research gap. Where is the gap? I hope we're clear, okay? So when you get to know, okay, when you don't know your gap, you can punch it in GPT, okay? Then GPT can give you ideas, but you don't necessarily need to rely on it because you're going to research on perhaps people in Kawempe. Just get an idea. He's just your assistant. The AI is just your assistant to understand something may be complex, but it's not going to take away that human part of us. You researching about Kawempe people, okay? So you identify that gap, and then you build on it with the help of your supervisor. So I'll hand this back to you, Ms. Judith.
Thank you, Ms. Loy. I think you've been answered. Any other question? I think I'll only get one more, then we can begin our V class.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'm Maria, under the Faculty of Health Science. So when it comes to research, especially in the side of health science, there's some protocol that needs to be observed especially during time of data collection, which I think you haven't been able to bring it out forefront. Because I don't know if for Victoria University, there are those UNCST guidelines, there are those regulatory bodies that come, especially when it comes to the health science research. Maybe I would request you to bring it out more broadly and explain it, how the university supports the students in access of those bodies.
Thank you. Loy?
Yes, thank you so much for that question. Yes, the university works hand in hand with those bodies to make sure that students collect relevant data that is reliable, one of the characteristics of research, okay? So the Dean in Faculty of Health Science, if you need further information in regards to that, she has a lot of information, and many students are doing research in regards to that, please. So you can visit her. She sits on Victoria University main campus, level 5. Yes.
You also have a research coordinator faculty, so all that will be sorted. Thank you. Let's start straight away. I don't know if we can all log in. Let's look at our browser. In our phones, I don't know if we have computers. Let's try to go to Chrome and type in vclass.se. I'll try to go a little slow so that we are at the same pace. I hope we stay around until, because this is how we are going to study. This is how we shall use our e-learning management system called vClass. So have we all tried to log in? For those who have failed to log in, Agatha is around. If you don't have a password, remember you are given a default password via email. So on your email, there's a default password that was sent to you by the Office of the Academic Registrar. So that default password is there. So if we are there, then we can proceed. Are the majority there? Can I proceed? No? Okay. We can also try and follow with me. We have a program admin. She can always guide. I'm also always there as a research coordinator, but my office is open for you if you can't access the program admin. We have program admins in the building. They are here to help. They can help you sign in. I know we are master students. We are sometimes lost in work, families, so vClass may be another new thing to you. But everyone has been singing about it by the time you applied. That means you might have got to know about it. So we have very many browsers to use, but I will advise we use Chrome. It will simplify our work. So here we are at the home page on our dashboard. On my left, it has changed password if you've tried to log in, if you have your credentials. Credentials are your registration number and password. The registration number is on your admission letter. The password may have been sent through via email. So let's look into our email from the admissions. You were sent a default password. So on our left, it has changed password. We can maybe leave that for now to keep time. So we can do that anytime later. So home we can see your name. For those that have logged in, you can see your name. My name is Precious K. Atrinda, and I'm doing an MBA. How do I get to know it's an MBA? I'm seeing Victoria University here, and I'm seeing MBA plus the year and the month you enrolled in, and your unique number, which is 4176, and then you have a session, which is EVE. That means evening. For those that are seeing weekend, you're going to see we, W-E-E. And for those that are there, you'll see D-A-Y. So right now, master students, we have weekend and evening. We don't have day. So let's proceed. I think there we have. So you'll see, please, these announcements, don't ignore them. They're always telling us something. So let's look at them and let's always follow them. So if we are together, I'll go to modules. Back then, we used to call them course units. Nowadays, we call them modules. Those are our course units. That is a subject in layman language, and that is what we will look at. If you look at your subject, that means you're going to study. If you don't see your subject, that means you're not going to study. So our module, we choose it. Before we choose it, we can't see any lecture. We can't see any class, or we can't view anything. So we have to choose a module. These words are all important. There's white is in blue, dark blue, and there's white is a bit blurry. So please look at them. For those that are in health science, science and technology, please, this will change. It will be Masters in Information Technology. For business, it can be a monitoring and evaluation, depending on the program you enrolled in. So we have the July intake that you enrolled in, and we are now 1.1. Why? We are 1 year, first trimester. Not semester, but trimester. We are seeing 1-1. So if we understand that, because we may call Agatha or Judith, and I'll ask you, which year are you? Which program are you doing? And you don't know a year, you don't know a program. So the 2 years you're going to be here, if you're an MBA student, you're going to see how many modules you're going to do. There are going to be 12 modules. So you must do all that to graduate, including what I talked about earlier, the research. If you don't have research, is a full module of a whole year. DVC talked about that earlier. I may not go back that way to keep time. So now we are going to choose a module. We are going to choose a subject. We are going to choose a class. How do we choose a class? Am I too fast? Okay. Because I'm still on the same page. I've not moved. I'm still on modules. So we are reading together. Choose your module. We are seeing the years. We are seeing the classes. We are seeing the course. We are seeing our registration number. This should be almost like your phone number. If you can tell your phone number off head, that means you can also have your registration number off head. You're working, you're at home, you're in an office, I'll ask what is your registration number. You have to be able to tell it to me, because I have 1 minute for you to solve a problem that may not need a lot of time. So have your registration number off head so that you find everything simpler. So I am choosing a module. Let's follow together so that we choose this module together. If you fail to log in, that means your internet may be low. You have to be fully connected to use our system. We are not going to have books like everyone has mentioned earlier or before. So we all know that we are going to use the system, and that is the V-class management system. So I'm going to choose a module. I'm going to choose my class. Should I choose our class? Are we together? I choose our class. Thank you. So I'm going to choose the class. I am in modules. Choose your module. Choose your class. So when I choose my class, you're going to see on your end, you're seeing these boxes are empty. They don't have any tick. They are not ticked, meaning you cannot see anything if they are not ticked. When you tick, that means you've decided to choose a class. So if you haven't chosen, if you're an MBA, we have a timetable. Okay, let me give an example. FST. So if I'm doing Masters in Information Technology, I don't know if we have MIT students here. Do we have any? Do you have Health Science? Masters in Health Science? You? Okay, we have one here. We are looking at this. If you understand the timetable, then V-class will be very easy for you. So without a timetable, you cannot have a class. It's first the timetable from academic registrar's office, then you choose a class. So you cannot choose a class minus knowing your timetable. So once you look at a timetable, now I've given an example of FST. I can also give an example of humanities. I'm looking at only masters. So if you look at humanities, this is a business. Because whatever you see, MB something, it's business. So I can look at also humanities, that is FHSS. So we look at what we are supposed to select. We are looking at the first column. We have this is the lecturer's part. This is the allocation. Do we have the, okay, let me see. Okay, yes, they are here. If you look at this, if you read through, I may not read it now, but you're looking at a block. A month is a block. If I say which block are you in, and in a trimester we have 3 blocks. I know they have already mentioned them earlier, the academic registrar's office has mentioned. So I'll say which block are you in. So you tell me block 1, or which module are you, in which block. Then there's also, you look at this column. Now I'm talking about the 1.1s. Don't look at the rest. This is block 3. I'm looking at block 1, and then there's block maybe 2 or 3. I'm not looking at that part. Let's look at this. So if I may go back to FST, you're seeing FST has block 1, block 2, and block 3. This makes a trimester. So a timetable goes down, the next down, and the other. These other ones are in 1.2. They are continuing students. If you're not a continuing student, please don't look there. All of you are here in block 1, 1.1. You're in this one, the upper one, which you're going to do if you're in FST. You'll have research methods. You'll have a lecturer called Dr. Kaketo David. And then on your end, you will see your lecturer's name and the module. So if we may go back to our V class, IT, which IT, our V class? Thank you. So I'm going to demonstrate with a mock one. I am not going to look at these others because classes are beginning soon. So I'm going to demonstrate with a mock. A mock will mean it's like research methods. It's a demo. So when I choose mock, that means I've chosen research methods or management theory and practice, whatever your timetable is saying. I've seen FST shows research methods. It doesn't matter which side it is, but you choose it wherever it is for as long as it is on the timetable. So me, I'm imagining my mock exam is research methods. So I will select it. I hope we've all tried to click anything, but please don't click and save, because you'll find problems too. Unselect, and you have to look for Agatha or me, and then we deselect them. So we are seeing how many modules an MBS student is supposed to have. This is your curriculum. This is what you're going to do the entire time you're at Victoria University. You're going to count them at in the beginning I said 12 modules. If we count them, 1, 2, 3, up to 12, you must end up doing a module called research dissertation. This is a dissertation writing workshop. It helps you go to this. And this takes almost a whole year. You're seeing into, like the finance said, you must pay until you're done with this and you've submitted your work. So, and then we have to get familiar with this side. On the phones, it is their lines. But on a computer, it displays because of the size of the phone and the size of the computer. So this, you should get familiar with those lines. Whatever going back, in front, down, this side, on your right. So I've finished. I don't know if some of you may see padlocks on this. You're going to be selecting, and you're going to keep clicking the padlock. Yet in the beginning, I said, choose your module. Choose your module. Don't click this padlock and call Agatha and say, Agatha, me, I'm clicking, things have failed. Read this word, choose your module, and choose it. If you don't know, ask a colleague, or you can also WhatsApp. So this word is very important, and that is what we are going to look at in the next when classes begin. So we've chosen our mock. Now when I chose, I didn't do what? I didn't save. Meaning it tells, I didn't save something. So I chose, and I didn't scroll down to save changes. So scroll down your phone, scroll down your tablet, scroll down your computer, and save what you've selected. If you don't save what you've selected, meaning you still don't see a class ahead. So that means I'm going to save my changes. And you're going to see on your left still, course unit successfully saved. You can remove this or not. If you don't have to change, then you have a clean dashboard. So when I choose it, it's going to show me a green color. Remember, I'm still on one. Choose your module. I've not elevated to lectures and all that. When it doesn't say, don't choose everything. Choose one at a time. Each month, you're going to do a module. Each month, you're going to do a course unit. Each month, you're going to do a subject. So you're doing that research method in 1 month. And you're going to do assignments, you're going to do course, you're going to do everything that the lecturer will assign you, and that will be one thing. You're not going to do 2, 3, no, unless if otherwise. But as you're 1.1, you're going to do one thing at a time. So I've already selected it, meaning the others are locked, and I'm not going to see classes of what I've not selected. And they're going to stay with their padlocks. So, to proceed, should I proceed? Yes, thank you. So, since I've selected my mock, meaning it's a research, the financial management module, so I am going to save, already saved changes. I am going on my next of lectures, my classes. How do I see my classes? Is after I've selected what I want to see. You cannot see anything before you select. So I've already selected, and I'm now proceeding to my classes. So you click there on your phone, on your tablet computer, and see what I selected is what I see. If you select something that has not been timetabled by the registry, meaning you cannot see it here. The dashboard will stay empty. So make sure you select the right thing. If it is scheduled, if it is not scheduled, you will not see it. And if you don't see it, please reach out. Because when you miss a class, one class missed, penalty. You're not going to sit an exam. Please, we know we are working. You have to time yourself, manage your time. And if you can't manage your time, please speak in advance. So we have already selected how we are going to attend. Why are you seeing 2? Meaning one is live, and maybe one has already ended. So I'm going to say, it is telling me it's a live class. Even on your end, you'll see research methods. It's a live class. So I am going to say, attend a class. It will take us direct to Google Meet, and then you attend the class. You see? This is how you're going to attend something very, very simple. I don't think anyone will fail to attend classes because attendance is key. You don't have 75%, you're not doing that exam. It is a retake, not even a receipt. Attendance is a retake. You miss attendance, you don't have to do that module. You call it a retake. But you can attend and miss a coursework, it's still a retake. You miss an assignment you've attended, it's a retake. Faculty Register has already talked about that, so attendance is very, very important. So make sure you have the courseworks, all the assignments, even if they attend, attempt them, attend the classes 75%, and wait for an exam. If you happen to have challenges, you've not paid tuition, and you happen to miss paying to maybe 40% we may start with, you can pay 100,000 and resit that module. You have the attendance, you have the coursework assignments, all, then you fail to complete tuition, or they pay the 40%. Please, you can receipt and apply for a receipt. I'll get to that level. You apply for a receipt. How do we join a class? We all know that. We know how to join. You join through, you can try to always use your email addresses and join through your name. Don't be ghosts people. You're there, you put your Judith and then you put Agatha. Please write your name, Judith, so and attend as, because the lecturer is going to call it Agatha. When it's Judith, then you'll say, oh, I'm not the one. You've forgotten that you're. So make sure as you attend, write your real name, so that when the lecturer calls your name to give even 5 marks for attendance or for answering a question, he's calling Agatha. Because you wrote Agatha's name instead of your name. Be like, me, I'm a busy person, let me write another person. There 5 marks are gone. And then maybe that is what you're looking for to pass. So make sure you use your right names. So let's go back, IT. I want to go back. Thank you. You can always exit the class. First wait, IT. Thank you. We all see if we want to speak. We all know we've used Zoom link, we've used Google Meet. So you can always unmute yourself, mute, unmute, and speak to the lecturer. Some of us, we forget that people are listening to us and we are in maybe bedrooms, bathrooms, your speaker is on. And we are hearing everything. We are master students. Let's stay disciplined and mature and mute yourself. If you don't have anything to say, please mute yourself. Camera is here. Some of you leave your cameras on. And what we experience, we cannot explain now. Be disciplined. If you do not know how to do it, our phones are always on. Your classmate is there. You have a WhatsApp group. Don't feel ashamed to say, oh, me, I don't know how to take off a camera. Please take it off and stay disciplined. We know this all we shall learn, how to share a screen. We shall learn all this, how to raise up your hand to answer a question. These things are not hard. They are not very, very hard. Let's go back to our V class. I hope the people online are still with us. Okay, so we finished using our module. We've seen our classes. Okay, first leave this. We see this. This shows it's like a timetable of our entire trimester. So we shouldn't also ignore it. We should read through and then see when we shall finish and when we begin the next trimester. So the teaching blocks we've seen, block 1, block 2, block 3. So right now we are in block 1. We are not... This one, you will be updated. Let's not worry about that. So let's go to our timetable. Our timetable is the class I've already given. I've already shared you a class. So whatever I shared, if it's beginning on Monday, you will see Monday. So you will see a timetable. If you miss classes, it will show you here that you missed a class. So I keep counting. The more misses, the more times you will fail to do that module. You'll miss, and then time for doing it will tell you you're not eligible because you missed. You didn't make the attendance. So make sure you have no excess here. We have so much to do as postgraduate students, but by the time you came, you know that you have to study. So the timetable. Then this is our important part that I've been talking verbally, but now it is action. A coursework we can see. An examination, and then the result. You start with an assignment. An assignment is a coursework. And I don't know how your lecturers will give you assignments. They can decide to give you an assignment of 2 months, and you're doing an assignment, like a project. Like you can tell you even write a proposal, like I've already talked about it. This give me an area of interest. Do for me a concept. Research methods is a module to start with. You can start thinking about your concept paper at this time through a first module. So when I click, you're seeing I'm clicking, and that is what you'll also do on your end. You're going to be clicking. Where am I? exams and assessments. Am I too fast? I guess people online, we are together. So that is what I selected. In the beginning, I selected a mock exam, meaning it was my research method module as a business student. So it shows that the exam part, that is what I've been studying. It will not show you management theory. It will not show you something that you've not been studying. It will still show you what you've been studying. And then we are seeing the starting time and the end time. That is very, very important. The starting time and the ending time. Some of us look at 12, like 12 noon. 12 is not 12 noon. It is the night of the morning. 12, I'm going to 1 a.m. in the night. This is a trick that I'm only the person telling you. Your lecturer may not tell you. Don't look at 12 and I'm supposed to submit my assignment at 12. You're in office. I don't know if there are people who work at night. They can be in office, but still it will be dark, not the time. So let's mind the time, the starting time. I don't care even if you begin your exam, your assignment on 17th, for as long as you can submit it 18th before midnight. Not exactly midnight. You can submit it at 11:59 is very okay. But don't submit this exam at what? 12. It will close you and you will have to look for me, Agatha, your teacher, your dean, to open this. And it will depend on the reason. You forgot. You did not know. They may not consider that. And then to help you know that at coursework you may be given 1 or 2 chances. But you have an exam that you have 1 chance. An exam, you have 1 chance. For coursework, you may give a valid reason, but for an exam, you don't have that valid reason. So let's be very, very smart about the time. Let's make sure we do our assignments in time. For as long as you open your portal, and it should be like your WhatsApp. If every time you open your WhatsApp, every time you should open your V-class. So that you look at, you can have to look at your lecture or look at your exam assessment part. So look at them. A lecturer may give at 11 a.m. and wants you to submit at 2 p.m. And for you, you're waiting 5 o'clock to start a class and look at your V-class. Please, for as long as you've chosen to start a module to study it, open your V-class at any time and see the assessment. Assessment may need just 2 minutes. Just write your name, and for you, and they make that a prerequisite. If you don't have that, you will not do the exam. And without any assessment, that means no exam for you. You cannot do an examination when you don't have the assessment. The exam will not open. So I guess we are together. So how do we? We've already finished I'm giving an example. We started on 16th July. Then we are going to finish on 18th. So first we decided to finish it on 17th. It's still running. You have, this is what? You can also read through, write and save, and what? Stress-free. It's an online. For you, you feel you want to write in a Word document somewhere in your computer and then come to paste it. We have so far strictly to write in your V-class. Right there. You're going to copy, you're going to use all the AI tools that we've been talking about, but you can't type them. So you have to have the competence to write. You have to have the typing skill. Learn it. Take your time. That's why we have many days. Type your work inside. You have to read all these instructions and be ready to submit your, this one was already submitted. Okay, let's start it and see. We start it at, so it will have that word. Okay, it will have that start the exam. So the moment you don't see it, scroll until you see it. So when we start the exam, and remember you must have enough data connected. If you don't have postgraduate, we are here, up here, DVC I've already mentioned. Please come and sit in an office. We have silent rooms for you. Do your exam from here. Or your assignment, if you want to do 1 hour, come. If you want to do a whole day, please come. You have space for you here. It's all waiting. But if you can do it wherever you are, feel free. But if you feel your internet is not helping or you have a lot of noise at home, come here and look for our offices just right here. We shall go there after here. So we've seen. Now we are proceeding. We have a coursework ongoing. So online answer sheet. We have a question paper. Which is this? Meaning all the scenarios were given to you and you want to copy and paste. You're going to use the ChatGPT. Okay, it's okay. You're going to use the cloud. It's also okay. You're going to use Gemini. It's all fine. Please type them here where I'm going to click. So, before I click online, I am going to download the question paper. For in case you don't want to use internet, you feel you want to write somewhere, and then you will write again in the answer sheet, in the online answer sheet. Please feel free to download the question paper and keep it in your folder. Anywhere in your download. So it's somewhere in your downloads. We all know where we save our document. When you download something, it goes to downloads. I will not go there. I hope if we don't know, I can also help later. So to keep time, I've already downloaded, or you can read it here. Everything is here. Then read through. And if you have the time, you have how many days? Like 3 days. Start writing. You see, when I click, there's a keyboard that appears. But on your phone, it will also appear the same way. On your computer, it will still appear. If you feel you're slow, write somewhere and type, copy and type, not copy and paste. It will not allow you. So you will be understanding what you researched. Whatever you got from ChatGPT, whatever AI tool you used, you're going to type it here, and it's going to help you understand better. So when we type, let me give an example. I'm typing. So it is going to show me that it is saving automatically. You're going to see something green. You give it time, put a keen eye on, you will see something saving. You see? Last saved at, what is the time right now? So whatever you've put here will never go away, even if you go home. You can close your computer and come back and start from wherever here, unless your computer dies. And even if your computer dies and open it from another person, you'll still find your work. But I will encourage you to use your own computer. You never know what may happen. So we've saved the work. Even when we write again, it will still show us something saved. So our work is saving automatically. So we shouldn't worry that I wrote and then ran to office and did something and my work disappeared. No. If it saves and you have internet, this work will not go. If you switch off your internet and write and go away, your work will disappear. Trust me. Make sure you're fully connected and you're looking at the saving button. Look at the save part. What time did it save? 5:23. What you last saved is what you will see. If you have 10 pages and you saved one, it is what you will see because you were offline when you did the 5 below. So make sure you are saving, you're waiting for it, fully connected if you're using our online answer sheet. Make sure your work is, I'm going to try and submit, and we see what happens when I submit. You can as well, if the lecturer can decide to say, the work has mathematics, it has a lot. Most people who are in science and technology or health sciences, they like to use answer sheets. But it's saying not allowed, meaning when you see that, you have to strictly write in the answer sheet. Strictly write in. Don't say my internet is off. But it's telling you this coursework does not allow file upload. You're insisting on 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you're still doing the same thing. So we can't, that means we have to insist on writing the answer sheet. Better submit something than not submitting anything. You never know what your lecturer wanted. Maybe you gave it time. Maybe you tried and things failed, but you submitted. Maybe you didn't know, but don't insist and leave and not submit anything. Half-baked work can also lead you to some marks. Maybe an exam will elevate you better. So we are going to submit what you have put in my answer sheet. The online answer sheet. Remember, submit an answer sheet. You have chosen to submit online. There's a reason why it is in bold. It's not for formality. So we read all this. To submit your answer sheet, you must acknowledge that the work is your original creation. Affirm that it is free from plagiarism. Accept full responsibility for any violation of university's coursework, rules, and regulations. So I believed, yes, I've agreed it is my work. Please don't submit here. You see, when I submit, it's telling me I've not acknowledged, I've not said it is my work. So click this and say, yes, I own my work. If it is plagiarism, the lecturer is going to see how you copied and put all the links that lead us to where the generation of your work. So I will say yes, I continue and submit. For in case I don't find an exam ahead, I don't think I wouldn't want to submit now. So when I submit, it will show me here. But remember, you're seeing time here, 31 hours. Why the rush? Why are you in a hurry to submit wrong work? And even submit an empty answer sheet. So try to look at the hours given to you and then plan. So I am not going to submit, but just know whatever I submit goes to direct to someone going to mark, your lecturer, not me. Don't call me and say, Madam Judith, Agatha, I submitted, please look at my work. I am not your teacher. Unless I am the one, I will see it. So make sure your work goes to your lecturer, not the graduate, the program admin. Cannot open that work, the right is one, your lecturer. Who taught you? So make sure when you're looking for, you've made a wrong submission, it is your lecturer, but you have a second chance to submit again. So when you submit again, it takes you here. So that chance takes you to the first page of your work, and then you correct the errors and submit the final. You have one other chance of resubmitting or resubmission. So I don't know if we are here, so we can also add an attachment. You feel you have so many pictures to show your lecturer that for you look for the work everywhere, the whole of Kampala, on the world, but you have pictures. You may not draw that picture here. You have the part of attachment. That lecturer will open that part and sees what you have attached. If you attach a file which the lecturer doesn't want, it will still say no. So make sure you attach something that has been requested by a lecturer, or you feel that this one the lecturer should see it and I cannot draw it here. So there you can attach. Are we together here? Any question here? Because this is where we all fail and lag behind. Coursework and exams. And exams and assessment, this is where we all fail to understand. If you understand this, then you're good to go. So I can proceed. Okay. Okay, let's submit and see what happens. So that I've already finished. I am going to submit. It's telling me preview. Kindly review your answer sheet and confirm your submission at the bottom of the page. You can scroll if you wrote many pages. These pages are endless. They don't end. You can write as many pages that you feel like. And then you make a submission. It still gives you another chance to see. You are about to submit your answer. You mean, I don't know if you can tell me that I submitted a wrong answer sheet. With all these steps, you're previewing, you're reading, yes, it is mine, but because you have 1 minute, you don't even want to read it, it's your work. Then you submit a photo of your child. And the lecturer will be like, should I give a mark? You never know. The parents may give you for submitting, but it will not be the assignment he gave. So let's be very, that's why you need a lot of time. You need time before submission. Read through, and then everything will be at point. So let's submit our work. Yes, I've said it is the work I want to submit. Then I'll say yes. You see, it has showed you what local something. It has saved, it has submitted, and this is what you will see. Submission recorded. You can, I've already talked about the second chance. You feel you've submitted something wrong. Please click the submit again. That is one other chance that you have. But I don't know if you'll still have the time because you had 1 minute to submission, and this one you have to submit it in the exact time, not midnight. Before midnight, you have to be in the same time for you to get this chance. If you have 2 minutes left, you can have a second. If your time is up, you will not have this chance. Your coursework will be off and closed. So let's use the chances earlier. Okay, so are we? So if you want to submit again, you see it is taking me from what I've been saying. It takes me back to my... You see? So I can make corrections. I can add in some information that maybe I forgot. I think here we are good, unless otherwise. So now I've gone back. But the moment I submit this one, I have now fully said that, yes, this is my final work. So we are going to have left that part unless we have questions. I've left co-assignments. Assignments, make sure attendance is 75%. You don't meet the 75%. Please make sure you try to make it, because attendance may not be given a second chance. I don't know which reason you'll give your program admin. It will be between you and her. To say, oh, she didn't, maybe she lost someone, maybe she was in the hospital, but she attended at least 74. But pass mark, the system says, the policy says 75%. So Bernard has been, from finance, has been talking about the money. This is how we pay through our online system. So I would encourage you not to, I don't think you have the time to always walk to banks. If you don't have the time, and this is automatic, the moment you pay through here, it is automatic that your money is going to appear there. He has already mentioned the system is tested and everything is there, and this is how you'll pay your money. Should I continue? Should I go back a bit? So, how do we pay our money? Actually, always the finance updates. He has already talked about the debits. He has already said what is paid so far and your credit balance. So there when we pay, like we are going to pay, maybe tomorrow, if you feel you can pay it all, the better. So if our percentage will be the first will be 40%. So we will pay the 40% and it will appear here. You divide your money in those categories. You divide it 40, 80, and 100. If you can pay 100%, it will be here. And if you don't pay, the exam will not open. We shall see that. I think this is, we are good. Yeah, here we are good. We can always download the PDF of what you've paid, and this is how we pay. through you enter your mobile money number that has the money. If it's your friends, your relative, your wife, your husband, please make sure you put the number that has the money. Don't put the number that for it, it's your number, it doesn't have the enough money that you're trying to get off the phone. Make sure you put the right number, and when you put the right number, it will successfully come here. The charges are there, they're not so much. They'll save you the transport that will travel from wherever to go to the bank and pay. And when you pay through the bank, you have to work with that bank slip and go to the finance. And I don't think you'll have all the time. Remember, your classes are 5:30 to 8:30. Health science is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Other faculties is 5:30. You don't have day classes. So, we've finished to pay. So we are going where? We are going to change trimester. We've talked about change trimester. If you want to change a trimester, like now you feel you don't want July intake, for you want to go to March of next year, things are there. So I'm looking for applications. Okay. Finance tutorials are there. You can always look at this and listen. Whatever I've been saying, things are here. We can always listen to them. I will not go there. Then we have our election. One of us was speaking to us, our MC of today, somewhere. He's part of here. So we always elect. I would maybe love one of us to lead us in masters. Masters always lag behind. I don't know. You're always busy, but once we get a lead out of it, it will do us good. So that's where we elect online. We just always, the aspirants tell you, please vote for me, and everything is done at your phone. You don't need to come here. So I will not go into this. They will always tell you how to vote for them, those who will want to be elected or voted. So I will go to help support. We have a support office. She just left a few minutes back. She works on all your queries online. If I don't see them, Agatha doesn't see them on time, she's always around too. There's a team that works on that. So if you feel you've called everyone's phone, please type there and write something that you want to be solved. So you can read and see. If you want to talk to finance, please go through finance. You want finance, then you're going through academics. Please put your question or your inquiry where it belongs. So let's proceed. We have this end of the time. However smart we may be, we may fail. But I wouldn't want us to fail. You don't fail because you're ignorant or you're dumb or you're what. Challenges make us fail. You fail to submit a coursework that you wrote 4 days ago. If you fail, meaning you have retake receipt. You're going to retake. So if you're going to retake it, please apply for it. You don't just wait for Agatha to tell you apply, or you're supposed to do a module this day. Apply for it, and it will be accepted. And when do you apply is when you failed that module. It's showing 75% you didn't meet, you didn't make the assignments, and then for you, you feel you didn't. You can only receipt when it is an exam, but for a coursework, it is F. Missed exam, it will show you ME, but still it's a fail. So let's be very, very smart students. Keep the timing, and then we don't have this, because you're going to pay again on top of 2 point something. You're going to add and pay another 200 that may not have, because you failed to submit a coursework, because you failed to attend 75%. Yet you have all the answers with you. You're not dumb. You're not what? But because of your unseriousness, you failed to do the right thing. And then it leads you to that. Then you blame Victoria University or the system. It was you, not the system. So let's be mature, we are master students, let's do the right thing, and then things will be better for us. So I have finished. How do I apply? We have those dots there. It has receipt, retake. Remember, we said a retake is when you fail to do the assignments, you fail to meet the 75%. That is when you retake. But when you feel challenges of money and you fail to do an exam, that is a receipt. Apply for a receipt, not a retake. But if you make a mistake, we can always correct it. You tell us, I've made a mistake, it was supposed to be a receipt, and applied for retake. So I made sure we can change, we can always change and do the right thing. So there's someone who will approve that retake, or there's someone who will approve that receipt, and it will be accepted. And when it is accepted, wherever it is accepted from, that is where your payment is. Not in the financial. If you're paying for a receipt, don't pay through there. You're paying through what you've applied for. If it's a receipt retake, it will tell you apply for receipt. And here, it will make a payment. It will come in some color, orange or green. So you pay through there. Don't pay through. That is where your tuition. If you pay through here, all your money will go. All your money will be topped up on the fees. It will not be for receipt retake. And then that final day of doing your receipt, you're not seeing it. Please make sure you pay through the receipt. Pay it through in the application part. If you applied for retake, it shows make what? Payment. Don't go back to financial statement, then you are paying for a retake 100,000 or 200,000. Please make it. It is telling you here in orange that make payment. Click it and it will still tell you you can only make a payment. Module has been accepted. The academic registrar's office accepts that yes, she really failed it. Then you make the necessary payment. It can also be rejected, meaning you either did it by mistake, or you felt it was a retake, you want to do it and get 99%, it will be rejected. So I hope we are good at this now. I can now proceed. We are about to finish. This is the part I really wanted the most, retake receipt. How do we change our program? If you feel you are enrolled in MIT or cybersecurity, you can change your program. You have this whole month to change your program. And it will depend. Faculty registrar talked about that. They will verify your papers. Once they verify them, they will say, oh, she can still qualify for the program she wants. So they will give it to you. It will still pend until the dean looks into your papers again to see your qualifications. So here you make the request. You don't need to. Everything is there. Read. By the time you call me, I think you've read and failed to understand. So everything is there. And I think, so we are going to change intake. This one I talked about it. If you want to change to July intake, you're already in July intake. You want to change to next year, maybe March intake or October intake, please, you can always change depending to your situations or your circumstances. So change intake is here. How do we change intake? Request. Give us a reason. If it's valid, admissions will look into it. They will see. There is someone who says that. So everything is here. Read and do whatever you feel you want. So I think that is, if you want to change a session, I know we all know what a session is. We have EVE, we have WEE, that's weekend. EVE is evening, WEE is weekend and day, most especially for the undergrad students. But masters, we have two. We have weekend, and where do we find our session is here on the registration number. The registration number is an extension of EVE. You write it, your credentials, you write it the way it is and your password. If you say, oh, my credentials are ending with 76 and you forget the EVE, that means your credentials will be wrong. You have to write it the way it is in capital letters, the way you got it from admissions, or the way the email was sent to you. So here we've changed sessions. We feel we don't want to change to evening. Sometimes you feel your bosses can change time. You've been working during weekend, and then they tell you you're going to now work evening. Change to weekend. Feel free to always change to what you prefer, because we want you to study. I think, what is it? What happened? Okay. Okay, thank you. So we have now said exemptions. Madam Loy talked about exemptions. We don't have, I think first we have credit transfers, Loy. I think we have, for masters, we have what? Credit transfers? Even exemptions? Okay. Even exemptions at masters. If you have your results from any other university and you feel you want them to be converted here, please, you have this to apply. The faculty registrars do that part. Graduation clearance is after my research. If I don't see your research, I don't see you've seen your supervisor still says, you know, please, here, we shall not reach there. We shall not graduate, but you can always clear the tuition. You can clear the tuition, but I will not accept you until your supervisor says, and the panel has sat, and you've defended your thesis. And they have given you a mark, and you've passed. So there you will be at the graduation day, and I wish you the best. So I think at that, this we have, it is worked on already. You can make orders of maybe the nurses, have things to order here. They will not go into that so much. Then we have the settings. Why they put that last? I saw where we can change our password. You can change that default password we are given to you to something you want, something you prefer, that you will not give a colleague, you will not give a neighbor. You may give your password of the bank account, and then you give it to the neighbor, and she's the one who keeps your ATM. Make sure you put, because this will stay in your computer. It will stay logged in. So make sure you put a password that you feel you cannot share with anyone. Sometimes you're in an exam and your computer dies and you log into another person's computer. You use your password. That password is your everything. Plus try to use something that will be simpler for you and not shared. So we can always change passwords. We can always put that default that you are given as our first what? Password or current password. And then your new one that you feel comfortable with is what you will change to. And also confirm it, the new one. And you can always save changes. So when you save, the new one will always be your password. You will lose the one the default that was sent to you. And if you fail and you forget, Agatha is there. I forgot my password. Please give me another one. I can always give you. Agatha can always give you. Please use her office to always solve such problems. Don't fail to attend a class because you don't have a password. That is why she's there. So make sure you make use of her office, and then you make sure you don't miss out on classes. I think here we've changed the password, unless if you have any question on changing password, but I don't think there is any question because this is self-explanatory. We can have change password. So we can always log out. You can always log out the system, your computer. Anyone can log into your account. Anyone can delete anything in your account, maybe your coursework that is still running. Please always try to log out for as long as it's saved and you have fully connected with internet. I don't know if we have any other question, but I want to call it a day. Thank you for listening to me. I welcome the questions.
If you have questions, please kindly.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I think we have the timetables for those that are here and free to select a module that you're going to do on Monday evening and the weekend. You can as well select it. Agatha can take you through that.
Thank you guys for being patient with us. I wanted to thank you so much. Judith, please clap for her. It's a whole bunch of a lot of work. Yeah. So I wanted to clarify something that I've realized it's small, but it's a problem. You see here there is something like 1.1. It is, when you're in 1.1, that means you're in block 1 of trimester 1. So when you're done with block 1 of trimester 2, you'll go to trimester 2. That means this will change to 1.2. So normally when we share timetables, you start asking, so where do we belong? 1.1, 1.2? So you have to be checking here. You know where you belong. But right now, you're 1.1s. Okay, so you've been asking about timetables, what to select, and that's what we are going for.
Sorry, before she goes, there is something that I didn't mention about exams. Exams, when you submit an exam. When you submit an exam, I don't think I talked about it. There's where it says cleared to attempt, and there's where it says not cleared. This one is also cleared. There's another one which says, I don't know if they're all clear. Okay, they are all cleared. But then there's always one not cleared, and then there's another one not cleared. Please take note of that. Thank you.
Yeah, so what she means here, when you find not clear to attempt, they always give you a reason. It's either 75% attendance. If you didn't attend, then you won't attend the exam. Or it is about money, or it is about anything. So when examination time is about to reach, we always inform you to check for this, so that you don't check for it at last minute and you start getting the issues at the last minute. Then maybe what Judith could have, I don't know whether she spoke about it. It was about, it was about the timetables that you were asking about. FHSS, you're going to select research methods. So research methods for MMC, MPA, MDG, and MPD. In your registration number, for example, VU, there is something like this, MMC. That means you're a Masters of Media and what? So, no, MMC is, okay, we are on FHSS. So MMC is what your program is. MPA is public administration. That's what your program is. Then there is MDG. Then there is MPD. So where your program is in your registration number. Always take note of that. So right now you're doing research methods. So all FHSS people, we are on you. This is your timetable. You're choosing only and only research methods for now, because that's what is on your timetable. And this is for year 1.2. So for you, you belong to year 1.1. So kindly select 1.1, select research methods. And then we are going to FHSS, you're good. I hope you've selected research methods. So this is for FST. FST for MIT. If you're doing MIT and you're FST, you're selecting research methods as well. Research methods, please. Then we have MBD. You're also doing research methods. So you're selecting research methods for this block. Then MSc, or Masters in Science and Computer. Science in Computer Science. You're also selecting research methods. Then cybersecurity, you're also selecting research methods. The same as Masters in Health, Safety, and Environmental Management. You're also selecting research methods. So literally all of you are selecting research methods, but please don't take it like that, because every module, every block that comes, we shall be sharing a timetable of what you're supposed to select. Maybe at some point the blocks, the modules will change, so you don't have to select anything as before you're told. So you're also selecting research methods if you're under science and blockchain. and in blockchain and financial technologies. And then we have FHS, Faculty of Health Sciences. So if you belong to MPH, Public Health, you're also selecting epidemiology. So that's where we are different. Don't select research because you had someone else is doing research. You have to be sure of which module you're doing at the moment. So if you're under Faculty of Public Health, please select epidemiology. Then if you're under Masters in Science in Global Health and Nutrition, you're going to also select epidemiology for this block. And then PGN, if you're under Postgraduate Diploma in Nutrition and Leadership, you're also going to select epidemiology. Then Masters of Science in Health Service Management, you're also selecting epidemiology. Then if you're also doing Masters of Science in Sexual and Reproductive Health, you're selecting epidemiology. And that is it for Faculty of Health Sciences. Is there anyone I'm leaving behind? Yes, please. Oh, sorry? Sorry? MBA, I'm not yet on FBM. Yeah, so I'm done with Faculty of Health Sciences. Are you all good? Okay. Okay, so we are going to Faculty of Business Management. So Faculty of Business Management, beginning with MBA Generic. Beginning with MBA Generic, you're going to select research methods as well for this block. Research methods, please. The same applies to MHR. If you're doing Masters in Human Resource, you're also selecting research methods. The same as MME or PME, you're also selecting research methods. The same as MBA Marketing, research methods. And the same as MAF or MBA Accounting and Finance, you're also doing research methods. So, and as well, if you're doing MRE, you're also selecting research methods. The same as MPM or PMP, you're also doing research methods. The same as MOA, those are oil and gas, you're also selecting research methods. We are only saying research methods for now, but please, like I said, these modules will change as in every block. So you have to share, or you have to follow what will be shared in your WhatsApp groups. And we are also going to share the same for those maybe that didn't hear. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, one module I talked about that earlier, you're doing one thing at a time. So you're selecting one, and then right now I think we can have the questions in our office. Our office is still open till 7 o'clock. We can proceed with us. And then if you feel you have any other question, we want to close this, you go with us and also follow in the WhatsApp group. We've already added you to a WhatsApp group. Please make sure you keep following. So all the questions, thank you for listening. We can always be in touch. Those who want to know where the office is, please follow us. We go and you see where, when you feel you want to come around to study from. Thank you, MC.
Thank you, Madam Judy. Someone asked a question that as you were demonstrating, they were following. So as you selected the mock examination, mock module, someone ended up selecting maybe research methodology, epidemiology, and now it has been selected. And unfortunately, that module is not going to be done on Monday. What do they do?
So thank you for that question. Earlier I said follow the timetable. The timetable gives you what you're going to study. If you chose, let me give an example, epidemiology, and it's not what you're supposed to study this block, It will not give you anything. The page will stay blank. I have to deselect it. So if you're here and you selected all of them by mistake, maybe you selected while trying, we can go with you and we deselect them. Or you can take our WhatsApp number. My number is still 0788 45 15 51. I wouldn't want you to stay here longer. Make use of the numbers. Agatha, mention your number. Agatha, mention your number to them. Save her number too, so that we just go home early. So you can always use the WhatsApp numbers.
So you don't have to come here to deselect. You just inbox and you'll be worked on.
So 0767996374. 0767996374. Please, when you're sending those messages, be direct. Give me your registration number as it is. Please don't write. Copy and paste it. Most of you will give me a wrong registration number, so I can't find you. And give me what you want, why you are reaching out. Then also, please don't put us on pressure, especially for deselecting. It's not a problem. By tomorrow it will be solved, but don't put me on pressure at midnight. Please deselect. Just leave me a message, I will deselect it. Thank you so much.
So you write a message. My name is Imran Salim, master's student, VU, BNS, I selected the wrong module, which is epidemiology. I want to deselect it. So you give the module that you want to be deselected with your registration number, your name, and like that.
Thank you.
Any other question? Anything pending that you'd like to ask? Okay, one more person. Please don't go with questions, but still, if you have something you want to ask personally, you can inbox them as they give the numbers out.
Thank you so much. After selecting research methodology, the lectures didn't come. I don't know whether they are going to be put later or... Thank you.
Answer. Okay, someone is asking, after selecting research methodology, the lectures did not show. Why? Most cases, if the module is not supposed to be offered next, there will be no lectures. That's why you not see them. Other thing, since we are just starting, the lectures are not reflecting yet, but they will. If that is the actual module you're supposed to be doing, it will come. By this weekend, you'll have the lectures ready. But if you're not supposed to be doing that module in this block, they will not show. So you must follow the timetable. That's why they're showing you, so that you know which module am I selecting next. If you select a wrong module, you'll have no lectures. For you, be at home thinking they're not studying, but in the actual sense, your friends are studying. That's why they are looking for people who are not in the WhatsApp groups. You'll be added in the WhatsApp group so that you know which module you are offering. Because in that WhatsApp group, they will put research methodology 1.1. Okay? So if you see yourself in a research methodology and if you selected epidemiology, then you know something is wrong. Okay? So any other question? How many are not in the WhatsApp groups? If you're not in the WhatsApp group, so reach out to Madam Agatha so that you can be given a WhatsApp group, depending on the module that you're doing or the course you're doing. Thank you very much for having come. I remain Imran Salim, the 9th Guild Prime Minister. This has been our orientation, and you're all most welcome to Victoria University. In case you have a question, any problem, reach out to program admins, reach out to Madam Judy, reach out to the Office of the Dean of Students, or the faculty deans regarding on what inquiry that you have. Please don't feel left out. We will be involved in anything that you need. Thank you for choosing Victoria University. Have a blessed evening and safe journey or journey masses as you go back home. Our orientation is done. You are most welcome to Victoria University. Let's meet once again.